Teacher is coming under fire tonight after a social media post accused her of making racist comments about her students.
And she was just named her school's Teacher of the Year. 13 News Now reporter Allie Weatherton is in the studio with us tonight with our top story. Allie?
David, parents say they are upset, very upset, over the teacher's comments on social media. They say she needs to apologize to everyone. A post from a Norfolk teacher with hundreds of shares reading, quote, "Going on a field trip to the zoo tomorrow from 1 to 3 with my 60 middle school kids from the hood. Fair warning."
Make me feel like she was referring to these children as animals.
Parents are outraged.
You're supposed to be a positive role model all the way around, even for your own children.
We are not naming the teacher who wrote it because there are no charges against her. But after digging a little deeper, we found the woman's name on the Norfolk Public Schools website. In 2018, she was named the Teacher of the Year at Ruffner Academy.
These children are being stereotyped because of the neighborhoods that they're being raised and where they're from.
Norfolk Public Schools released a statement saying in part, quote, "The views expressed in this post are not reflective of NPS as we pride ourselves with being the cornerstone of a proudly diverse community. A full investigation has been launched into the situation. As this is a personnel matter, we are limited in making any further comment." Many parents say the teacher should be fired.
When you're in that profession, it's just some things you don't do.
The teacher who created the post since deleted it and her personal Facebook page. Allie Weatherton, 13 News Now.